Pronto. Isso, vai, vai.
Hey, hey, how is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing fine. I just want to welcome you all to the 24th annual Brave New Voices International Youth Poetry Slam. My name is Isaiah Wayne John, and I'll be an MC for the semi-finals bout. We've come from around the country and the world to be in this space. So thank you for being here. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you all that this space belongs to you. So we're working together to make sure everyone feels welcome in this community. And speaking of responsibility, Linda B can explain to us what's going to happen today. Everybody say hi to Linda. Linda, where you at, Linda? Linda, where you at? Where is Linda at? Where is Linda? Oh, sorry, Brittany. Brittany said hold. Linda, shall we? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Linda shall be coming soon. Where? Yeah, no worries, no worries. We're working it out. We come to have vibes and energy tonight. We come to have vibes and energy tonight.
Hi, friends.
Second.
Am I right here? Am I here? Did I make it? If y'all can hear me, put some emojis. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Period. Yes. Thank y'all for holding it down and waiting for me amidst this minor technical difficulty. I'm going to explain quickly what will happen today. So, hi, in case everyone hasn't kind of already gotten into it. My name is Linda B, and a poetry slam is a competition in which poets from around the world perform their work and are judged by members of the audience. Poets have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to perform original works, except for our third round, lightning round, where poets will have 1 minute and 30 seconds and also to perform their poem. Poets also get only one virtual open mic check-in, and this consists of poets saying, "This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Screen check 1, 2." And then you will wait for a thumbs up from me like this, or an emoji, but like this. And this can occur before every single poem is read, and this will not affect time start. 5 judges have been selected and instructed. We had a little debriefing, y'all. So they were brought up to date on what their role is and what their job is. And so today's bout, the scoring is silent, so we will not be announcing scores after poems. Everyone say hi, give a little what's up to our judges for today. Give a little emoji, give a reaction, let them know that you're ready for them. If not, how are they gonna know? There you go. Say hey, judges. Hey. Yes. Word. All right. So thank y'all for saying hello to your judges. And also, please remember to set your devices to silent. Also, this is very important. Make sure that you are on mute and that your camera is off if you are not performing. In the chat box, the chat feature. And so without further ado, back to you, Isaiah. Thank you.
Thank you. Judges, your job is to score the poet according to your own opinions. So trust yourself and score consistently. Score consistently, because score creep is a thing. And we will know that You know, audience, your job is to listen, respond, and show love to all these poets. This can be done by showing love in the chat bar and by doing hand motions, while on mute, send some love, send some hearts. Come on, come on, come on. Bow two, about to start. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Love, 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 love. Nice, nice. And poets, bring us your honesty, bring us your heart. This is not about the numbers, it's about speaking truth to power, sharing stories, and helping each other along the way. So, poets, you are now on team clap for everyone. Yeah? Before you go any further, I would like to let you know that this event is free of censorship. You may hear poems that might inspire you or allow you to see the world in new ways. You may also hear poems that are graphic, covering issues such as racism, mental health, trauma, sexuality, self harm, abuse, and more. I strongly encourage you, if you're feeling triggered by any part of this event, to do what you need to do in order to keep yourself healthy and safe. For clarity, triggers are things that causes a person to relive trauma in their mind and body. So we encourage you to assess your own needs and remember that there's a difference between feeling uncomfortable and feeling unsafe in the space. Mm, mm. All right. With all that being said, are you all ready for a poetry slam? Feel like nobody in that. So with all that being said, are you all ready for a poetry slam? Let's go. Today, we'll be hearing from teams from Minds of Poetry, Southern Word, Two More, and St. Louis in the house. Come on, come on. Oh. Oh yeah, yeah. This is about to be an amazing show. This is about to be an amazing show. And well, judges, judges, we have a calibration poet for you all to score. We have a calibration poet for you all to score. So before the whole competition starts, we'd like to bring our calibration poet from deep center, Savannah. If you could just click the link, I think it's, yeah, Crystal is on, yeah, Crystal is inside there. Nice. Score consistently. Thank you.
The moon's navel is vast and lonely. Her pearly clutch wasn't enough to keep them warm. The sun did not shine brightly enough for them, so they picked up and went off, remembering only when they were on her dark side, repelled by Floyd and Fox and forgetting and fatigue. The moon is red tonight, red like the clay from which their skin was made, red from the stains they left on her body, leaving footprints on her body. They replaced the flag she bore. She follows her children like any mother would. They were torn from each other, looking for more, humankind's most fatal flaw, yet their most vital characteristic. And though she can travel without passing customs, she waits till nightfall because she knows that's when they walk, sneaking into a home that's rightfully theirs, knowing that they did not cross the border, rather the border crossed them, claiming their inheritance early. They are heirs of pain and loss and passion and will. They are lovers. In particular, one following the other. He just wanted a better life. She just wanted a better life. They just wanted a better life. The new ones, the next ones, Raised in slavery in the land of the free, watching Pa's live sitting way too close to the screen. That's their disappointment. The children of gypsy clouds straining under the weight of the celestial mother, careful of what they sing. The whispered sounds of prayers call upon the names of warriors, human revolutionaries with spiritual devotion to the money. They fight the water and the blood and the ache. They fight to keep the baby's bravery untamed and easily provoked, keeping them hidden under the floorboards. This is the American dream. Thank you.
Yeah. Come on. Some love. Send some love. Most definitely. Yeah, we love that. Yeah. Just love. Yeah. Only love. Nice. So, whew, that's the calibration poet. Are you all ready for a poetry slam, yo? Yo, I'm ready. So in round one, this is the order of round one. First, we have Minds of Poetry. Second, we have Southern Word. Third, we have two more. And going up fourth, to close off the round, we have St. Louis, right? Nice. So, Southern Word, you're all on deck. Minds of Poetry, y'all can take the stage. You know, Minds of Poetry, y'all can click any little green box up there, take the stage. That we start the show. Nice. That's all I like to see. Yo, no worries, guys. No worries. We would like to tell you all, that, on mute. This would be better if you all are on a computer. Sometimes when you're on a cell phone, it tends to lose the audio, right? All right. Yeah, I think we hear, that's good. All right, cool. Do your thing, man.
This is how I breathe. This is how I speak. Okay. You know, Shakespeare once said, the pearl oft proclaims man. We now say how you came is too dull, so go sharpen up, for your foreign ways are far past 18 days that it will not get you a cut. Unless it's the wounds in your skin ripping like cheap fabric. But who decided the value in what you wear? Who decided that parents should tell their kids to put your skin out there? Because no matter the past or the future, they don't care about the book or the cover longs the bullets they tear and poke holes in the story to the end of the hood's tale. See, they don't want us as the melanin touching the air. A person to dress it all the way up to the hair. You have a crown of thorns and it's too distracting out here. Dreadlocks for all of you and his crown with that glare. Accepting how we come, the time is always near. When our naps will tangle a unity in how we appear. Who decided that the dress code must undress those who clothes express shows they won't redress the soul? Who decided that this code should conduct us to these rules? Isn't it just funny? The suit is what's considered professional? And of course it's made by them white folk named Bo Brummel. Now that three-piece straight jacket is a picture-perfect pose that's becoming a noose and it's tightening the bruise and it shows how loose our bond is to the truth. When it comes to enjoyment under white man's boots, still planting the seeds, trees, sprouting branches, getting nutrients from the roots, while they're destroying our trees by pulling from the roots. Or like when they decided the native tongue was not average. Oral traditions told origin stories of heroes of the past. So the next generations will understand the power of their heritage. But see, them folks couldn't have it. They cut out the native tongue and then speech became stagnant until we stuttered upon ebonics, and now we savage to creating our own dialect. The language is literally loaded linguistics to the little lamox who can't listen and understand the lexicon. So let's dismember the members, disconnect the connection. It was difficult and messy, but they intercepted the message. And that's how you got history. But see, ebonics were not part of the lesson. Your name is Toby. This ain't your native addressing. So don't come in here and talk about no Kuta Kente. Who decided that the rawness of the ebonic tongue could put society's stomach on the run to the point they have no choice but to defecate his name? Remove it like waste if they burnt the energy again, or the bitter taste causes them to regurgitate it up as a messy mistake, but no matter what form it takes is wasted all the same. Who taught that it's bad to be black? Who decided that we are the class act, and no matter where we sit at, we still the nigga in the back that will fail and fall right into the stats? Who decides what knowledge we should lack? The lesson on exponential growth is too whack, so put your investments in their opinion versus the subject that matters to fact. Who decided that the suit is fact? A model for success tailored at its best when it's not in black. Who decided the sister's shape was too fat? She must conceal her make because society's taste calls for the bland flakes and celery pack. Something easy for the digestive tract. But see, when it comes to a really different snack, they can't stomach all that. Who decided that a beautiful woman is dairy color but low fat? Whoever has the mind the size of a Tic Tac? Who signed all these compacts? Who decided this bill is all we got? The predecessors fought too hard, pulling off too risky of a tax for us to not be writing a deal, but dealing with what we got. Remember, we can't decide the world's outlook, but how we look, we have to be the ones who's deciding that.
You better speak, poet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all. Yo, we here. Y'all, we here. We here. The boat. Come on, we here. We here.
They was trying to leave while I'm below. I was in the Pico trying to get my team on. Keep going. Now I'm on street with a deep flow. I ain't got a cheat code. Competition feet froze. I ain't see much but the bus in the warpath. Hey, niggas pull up, then a hard ass walk slow.
Yeah, we outside. Alright, cool. So on deck, we have two more coming up now. We have Southern Word. Let's go. Southern Word.
Ways I'm a bad Mexican. 1, I don't look Mexican. Filipino, Pakistani. I know when I said those words, the first thing you thought was, oh yeah, I see that. It runs in the family. But they all speak Spanish, so they get away with it. So that when the other Hispanic kids at their school say, wait, you're Mexican? They can say, sí, lo soy, which I assume must be the passcode because whatever I said wasn't. Speaking of which, 2, I don't speak Spanish. Some people say my Spanish is conversational. Translation, my Spanish is slow, shallow. And if you had said that to me in Spanish, I'd have needed that translation because conversational is not in my vocabulary, but the word for round trip ticket is. 3. The Spanish word for round trip ticket, I'm told, is ida y vuelta. Notice, Spanish speakers, how I said that funny. That's my I learned Spanish at 13 accent. I intentionally say horchata instead of horchata because I can't roll my R's and I don't feel I meet the criteria to embrace my own culture. Why is there a criteria to embrace your own culture? Accent. 4. I don't embrace my culture because I don't embrace my culture. I'm afraid to learn because I don't know already. Family and food is the extent of my cultural education. I made an ofrenda once, but it was for Spanish class. Maybe I'd know more if I was near my dad's family, the Mexican side. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention 5. I'm mixed. Half Jarritos, half white, half Mexican, half American. Too white to be brown and vice versa. The American and Mexican in me are a couple pressured to divorce and I'm being put in the middle. But I tell you what, I will die in the middle of this intersection if I have to. 6, I will die in the middle of this intersection if I have to. Just a strip of transition meant to get you from one side to another. Say for the homes and houses, one of them is mine. Did you know 250s make 100? Did you know a 50% is a bad score? Why is it that I can make a list of every reason why being born this way isn't good enough? Good enough. The only word your grades knows, your paycheck knows, your mirror knows what you say to yourself when it's not enough. You say good enough. Why are there criteria to be proud? There aren't. I'm outside the box, but there's absolutely no reason for you to shove it full of this junk like it's a suggestion box for you to fill with your homemade opinions. Colored pens and glitter glue. I find if I unfocus my eyes, they look like decorations. I was given this box at birth. I like it. I keep it. And I refuse to get rid of it because that would be the true betrayal of my culture.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Most definitely. Yeah. Come on. Love, 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 love. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You know? Yeah. Yeah. I tell all it. The poetry slam. The poetry slam. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's yeah. We here. We here. We here. We here. Nice. Yeah. Lovely, 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 lovely. Lovely. All right, nice. We keep it moving. It's late. We can't dance all night. We know the energy is amazing. Right now. Nice. So, on deck, we have St. Louis. But coming to the stage right now, we have Dumont, Baltimore in the house. Let's go. Y'all remember that when y'all have to perform, y'all need to click the green box in the corner, you know, or if you're going live or you want to play the video, just remember to they say they're going live, right? So they're outside, you know. We definitely outside, inside, if you get what I'm saying, right? Nice. Hold on. Y'all should be able to click it in 5.
The last trick unified was the cornerstone. A lyricist
Thanks,
to
man.
the dome is how we wanna clone, born alone. The strength of God makes my mission higher. They found the liar dead, strung up with fishing wire. The mystifier packing vocal artillery, making lovely word connections like Chuck Willery. The foolery, I make your block turn to one rhyme. Electrifying like some nocturnal sunshine. The planetary pioneer in his mixer. Charlie Tuna spitting scriptures, painting pictures, even sisters.
Hey, we see you. We see you. I'll go ahead.
This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Screen check 1, 2. Money does not grow on trees, but it does hang from it. Dead presidents who set dead precedents with niggas on the bottom as their preference will become an investment. Their plan keep away with our keepsakes. How can we sit under our own vine and fig tree when they're too busy hanging us from it neck, hanging our vine while telling us we're the fruit of our own labors? They tell us to lay down our arms while keeping the grip on the trigger. How can we put our future first when they're too busy trying to keep us in the past tense? We accept things that don't make sense and try to make change out of it if only. Take down the patriarchy the way we take down a monument. Lynch the government the way they do niggas and leave it hanging, leave it gasping for air and won't care for the way white people cry as his blood drips on the street. Burn the White House like they did Rosewood. Bomb booming businesses like they did in Tulsa. Black businesses been burning for decades. So it's only right that we fire back. Gotta kill capitalism before it uses its corrupt cops to kill us, and color ain't the problem. It's politicians peckish for pelf, pushing propaganda to push us out, put money in a man's hands and watch him turn magician, making the poor disappear at the drop of a dime. Got corporations profiting off punishment. But we don't want your money, because let us be empty calories. Let us be rich in blood. I'm tired of being hungry. I've been starving, been craving a richer flavor, and you know I got expensive taste, so bon appetit. I'm eating bones and teeth. Tell Warren Buffett to stuff it. I'm ready for my buffet. Get a plate and fork. I'm done with pork. I got beef with you bitches, and I want all the smoke barbecuing. Billionaires on the 4th of July. Man, fuck your Independence Day. I want to eat the rich. No need to sugarcoat. Call me a bitter strange fruit. Your piss will be used as lemonade to aid the sweet taste of your tongue. I'm making gumbo with fingers and toes. It's crunch time. I'm cracking the cap like crab and then smear the crab like creme like butter. Call me your body before Corona. To use your bones as currency to pay for our surgery. We don't give a fuck about a buck when cancer has already put tolls on our families. Niggas get sticky when we don't get our hands on that stimmy, so we grab the stimmy and feast on brain matter. I've heard it's a much better stimulant, and you can't say we're unjust. We're just getting our justice. This is just us getting our just desserts.
Wow. 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 When I tell you all the poetry slam start, it's that, you know. It's that. It's that. We here. We here. And before St. Louis go on to the stage, I just want to do a quick judges check. Judges, we here. Judges, we here. I just want to know if we hear judges, because right now it getting intense, and we need to know if the judges here, and if the judges, you know, if yeah, where my judges at? Where my judges at? Where my judges at? You know. Yeah. Let's make sure all my judges inside. I just want to make sure all my judges inside. I just want to make sure all my judges up right now because it's intense. It's intense, you know. It's intense, you know. You know. So just make sure that you're all inside, right? Make sure that you're all inside and make sure that you're all here so you can keep the show flowing, right? Beautiful. So now we have. Well, let's get a little music in for announce this. Yeah. All right, cools. Our cues. This is our first trigger warning for the night, and it is war. Trigger warning for war. So if anybody feels triggered, remember there are decompression rooms. You know, just click home, and you can head there. You can head to the decompression room, the decompression zone. You know, relax. You know, clear your head, then come back in. Remember, you have people outside there talking to you. I just want to thank my ASL interpreter down there for, you know, for come on. She here with me. Yeah. Salute. All right, cool. So now, bring to the stage, we have St. Louis. Let's go.
This is how I breathe. Screen check 1, 2. A Palestinian woman planted flowers in Israeli army grenade shells. Mending time between her fingers, she attempted to bloom her home back from the carnage. Her land that is as Palestinian as it is holy, before the mirrored reckoning. After they kept doing everything they've already seen white people get away with, to find a country that isn't theirs and say they deserve it. Say it belongs to them. Palestine will never belong to you. Her streets are seeped with Arabic. The warm embers of sacrifice lift the children as they play, like the wings you made out of them. Who are you to make a profit out of their innocence? Who are you to make yourself God enough to make people refugees for the second time? This land will never be yours, and that is what separates the occupier from the occupied. The honesty of their settlement. You who divides and conquers just to make room for your whitening expansion. Fuck you and your policies and your settlements. Your God is watching too, watching your sins of apartheid and persecution, of mothers and their children. Because of you, there are more prayers for dead children than alive ones. On Eid al-Fitr of this year, the holiest day on the Islamic calendar, a day of dal puri and iced mango kulfi, began with bombs, with prayers to keep their loved ones alive. They said, no, this sort of thing would never happen again. I said to them, look what happened today. I survive with more questions than answers. The mundane should not have to be something longed for. I pray for the day they can wish Eid Mubarak and feed baklava and matai into each other's mouths, to kneel next to each other's bodies at the mosque, side by side and still breathing, thanking Allah for how much they can eat now that Ramadan is over, to watch their parents lose themselves within prayer, because they are so thankful to watch these fleeting moments of joy. They deserve that much, a life. Fear of not making their parents proud. Fear being unmarried. Fear your khala's eyes when you don't finish your plate. Sadness after a breakup. Gold saris and red kurtas. Searching the street for a bookstore with your lover. Nothing glorious, just a life. Alive, I promise.
Yeah. When I say let's get Yusuf free, let's get free, or let's get free. For real. Let's get free. Most definitely, let's get free. All right. Yeah, we here. And before we go into the second round, I just want to check in with my host, see how the score is going. You know, I just want to see how my host doing.
Hi, what's up? Scores is getting crunched, but it's not about the points, it's about the poetry. So let's keep the energy going. Let's show these judges what they need to unfortunately judge. But we're doing okay. Back to you, Isaiah. Thank you for the check-in. Thank you.
All right, lovely. You know you had to check in. Sometimes, because it start before it start. We're in full swing right now. We're in full swing out of the park right now. So we're going into round 2. I'll just give you all the order of round 2. And round 2, Southern Word will be touching the stage first, then followed by Do More, then followed by Do More, Southern Word, Do More, St. Louis, and then Minds of Poetry. Nice. So we have it, you know. All right, cool. So Southern Word, come on, let's get it. Round 2, we here.
So I know it was like super fun in the moment, but now that 2 years have passed and I still feel guilty, I probably won't smoke weed with Grandma again. We shared a joint in the passenger seat of her recycled Chevy decked out for a queen. She really did think she was all that. 62 going on 80, but still wearing diamond earrings and Chanel perfume. Passing it to me as it burnt out, I rolled down my window and tossed the joint to the ground. Scared to watch my world go up in flames. It didn't hit me until it did. It quickly became impossible to balance my head, and so I held it up with the weight of the glass instead, thinking, 1, this has been fun, I guess, but when will it end? Because I'm beginning to miss the sky when I could see it clearly. 2, where did my fingers go? I can't feel them anymore. And 3, I'm really hungry. To cure my cotton mouth and munchies, she got me a toasted cream cheese bagel and a Starbucks strawberry daiquiri. Virgin ironically, just like when I was young. Somehow I sobered up enough to realize that this is really fucked up. I mean, reality came clear when the world went blurry. I mean, I say way too many yeses to way too many nos. I mean, my grandmother's already had her firsts, and now she's stealing mine. I mean, why does she have to live through me just to love me? I mean, the weight of all this weird world, it's starting to really make my shoulders ache. And I think if you removed it now, I need to replace it with boulders just to sleep at night. When you're 16, everything is amplified. And I mean, there's this forest of falsified maturity shooting up inside of me, and it's getting really hard to breathe trapped in all this smoke. No, I mean lying. Don't tell your mother. And so being all too loyal, I didn't tell Mom about the endless cans of dark family secrets Grandma poured thick over me, manipulating me with that bittersweet truth. No wonder I grew up so fast. Like that Christmas, when I begged her not to go in the middle of her bipolar episode, I opened my presents alone. And I cried, remembering the way I said, I love you, and the way she said, ugh, you know, Madison, I'm not really sure that you do. Clearly, I hadn't shown enough appreciation for all those years of matriarchal stained kisses and wisdom-washed wishes of best luck, because she told me I was her favorite person, and still, she let me go in just one fight. It didn't hit me until it did. 1, this has been fun, I guess, but when will it end? Because I'm beginning to miss being your granddaughter and not your best friend. 2, where did you hide my childhood? I just want to be a kid again. And 3, I'm really sorry.
Oh, yo, we here. We here. And within the poetry slam, within the space, it's always good to speak to speak your truth. Speak your truth. Let what you really feel. Let it be heard. Let it be heard. Always love, much love, sending all the love. I'll see the hearts. Come on.
Shotgun you at the wheel, my free will at your direction. Memorize your signs, but forgot my own reflection. No, my eggs in my basket, I gave them all to you. Still hungry after fables, but I ran out of spoons. Give her more than I can give, overextending my wings.
Yeah,
Good at playing
yeah.
games, but
We here.
it's not a win-win.
We here.
I've been sick
We
of
here.
your dirty
So
deeds, even when my
up next,
Up next,
coming to perform, we have Dumo. We have Dumo. They up next. They up next. And on deck we have St. Louis. So Dumo, whenever you're all ready, come on, take the stage.
I've lost count of how many times I knew my yes was a no. I'm your clown out of habit.
This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Sound check 1, 2. And the storybook says, bibbidi bobbidi boo hoo.
Cinderella had it bad. Picking up trash, did so much work she got whiplash, but real niggas got whipped and taken out quicker than the garbage she cried about.
But she's the real slave, right? Oh, to be an orphan in a mansion.
Such a pity.
Our stories never ended with happily ever afters.
I wasn't born with still white skin. I am not a princess, raised by anxiety instead of a stepmother. Hurtful words binding away at my already fragile mental state. Anxiety was the dark woods that I got lost in, but there was no woodland creatures to lead me to safety. No prince to kiss me awake. When depression ripped me apart, there was no need for an apple.
When I laid in a casket, it was by choice. I don't believe in fairy tales. Never fit in with the girls at school who were all belles of the ball. I was trapped in the castle of my thoughts, swimming under the sea of my insecurities. I always felt like a fish out of water. I could never be a part of their world. How could a world wake up with a kiss and I can't even get out of bed in the morning? My fairy tale dream looks a bit different.
I started off as an accident. A broken condom was all it took. Cinderella's father died. Mine was just dead to me. Dad too busy playing seed, so he never stuck around to watch this one grow. Never had a fairy godmother to make me pick up the patch.
Papa never called me pumpkin.
I was a weed in his garden, stuck in the fabric that made me. He was the first to make me feel unworthy.
Next came society.
Black girls often written out of the movie before we even had a chance to be on screen. Had their lives stolen and given to someone else.
When Tiana came, talking about the struggle of having to work twice as hard, I thought we were almost there.
The ending seems the same. Every girl looks the same.
Because being covered in cinders is better than being black. My life isn't a fairy tale.
But to Disney, it's a trend.
And I never understood their urge to sing to animals.
How can you find the music in your heart when there's no harmony in your house?
What's so enticing about a rodent invading your home? Entertaining any pest that creeps into your path? Like the song is supposed to fill the hole that the lack of love left inside of you.
But if you dig a little deeper, you'll see. They never tell you the whole story. Just the part that looks pretty enough to fit on screen. To make girls believe that all they need to pitch their purpose is to be picture perfect.
I love to see a princess go to college. Let her brains overlap her beauty. Displaying the knowledge of both book and street smarts. We don't wait for Prince Charmers around here.
We have generational curses to break.
Started with a depiction of mirrors. That the glass shattered to the floor.
Because we don't need it on the wall. Fuck your average fairy tale story. We don't really love these niggas at first sight.
Woo! 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 I try to take off the jacket. Woo! Most definitely, most definitely. Yo, show some love, show some love, show some love, blobby chat, blobby chat, blobby chat. Come on, come on. Nice. All right, cool. On deck, we have Minds of Poetry. Up next, we have St. Louis. Are we here? All right, cool. Still need that thing.
Credit my maker, take a trip to see Jamaica. Molly spirit with the vapor back design, that's in nature. Africa, the new America. I hope I earn this permanent. And this I put my pen in it, got my land and my permit with it.
Contrapuntal is a form of poetry
that can be read three ways.
My mother is a strong woman. I think she misses her country and what leaving promised her of bright American possibilities. She never complains about how they made her short, but she is so beautiful, carrying the Middle East from Egypt in the taxi ride. How did you carry us on your back? We break your lace, everything you've done for me will be worth it. How alive I am because of you. When you let laughter be your loudest sound from between your teeth. Maybe one day you'll see how beautiful you are, and I'll listen because you deserve to live in the mundane. I am still your daughter. If you let me, we can find each other. Thank you, Mother. I love you more than anything.
Who watches me now when I am not her daughter? How do I apologize for the blood of my selfish wantings? I break my words over and over to prove to myself I was worth the struggle. To the Midwest, to Pakistan, you don't look at me. Inches above everything that has happened to you. Our veins slip through our pores. Maybe now you can listen to this poem and it is the closest thing to God I know. Because I will always be your daughter and your greatest sacrifice turned into a reckoning. When the bulls leave into a field, I can take you there and we can talk about our dead friends. When we can be sad together, to be selfish with our joy. Even my Western selfishness can't take that away. Let me live through you in all the mundane you fought for everything I will never be able to say. So please don't forget it.
My mother is a strong woman.
Who watches me now.
She misses her country.
When I am not her daughter.
And what leaving promised her.
How do I apologize for the blood?
Of bright American possibilities.
My selfish wantings.
She never complains about how
I break my words over and over.
They made her short.
Prove to myself.
She is so beautiful.
I was worth the struggle.
Carrying the Middle East.
To the Midwest.
From Egypt
to Pakistan,
the taxi ride.
You don't look at me.
How did you carry us?
Inches above everything that has happened to you.
On your back.
Our veins slip through our pores.
We braid and interlace.
Maybe now you can listen to this poem.
Everything you've done for me
is the closest thing to God I know.
Will be worth it.
Because I will always be your daughter.
How alive I am because of you.
And your greatest sacrifice.
You let your laughter
turn into a reckoning.
Be your loudest sound.
When the bulls leave.
From between your teeth.
Into a field.
Maybe one day.
I can take you there.
See how beautiful you are.
When we can talk about our dead friends.
I'll listen.
When we can be sad together.
You deserve.
To be selfish with your joy.
To live in the mundane.
Even my Western selfishness.
I am still your daughter.
Nothing can take that away.
Let me
live through you.
We can find each other.
In all the mundane you fought for.
Thank you, Mother.
For everything I will never be able to say, so.
I love you more than anything.
Please don't forget it.
Yeah. I just want to say before, like, you know, we close off this wrong, I just want to say before we close off this wrong, like what we see in here, this is our community. This is our community. As the mic said, this is how we breathe, this is how we get free. Come on. This is our community. And the work so far has just been amazing. It just been come on. It's just been amazing. Sometimes every time I come back, I kind of speechless because it's like, ooh, it's like, ooh. it's just that. And now closing out round 2, we have Minds of Poetry. Let's get it.
This is my light, don't mix that up. This is my light, don't block the sun. This is my seat, can't you tell? This is my time, don't waste it up. This is my land, not for sale. Try desert air blowing through my hair as we blow through the square.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Mic check, 1, 2. Okay. This is the last poem I write about you. This is the last time I mention your nails, grown out like talons and the marks you'd leave when you'd grab me by the jaw to make me look you in the eyes. This is the last time I mention your breath, that smelled of rotting flesh and decay 2 inches away as you spit curses onto my face, onto my name. You don't get a hand on my body or my mind ever again. But I can't help myself. You still have a grip on me somewhere less obvious than my face, and I can't free myself of it. I'm yours once again, and no matter how far I run, every street leads back to you, leads back home. I will always be your daughter. I will always share your reflection, and I will never be more than just an extension of you. You, it's only you behind my eyes, inside my veins. I've gotten headaches from trying to dig you out. I've lost the blush in my cheeks for weeks, trying to spill you down the drain. I've been trying for a year without you even being here, and yet I am still caught in your phantom strings, hanging on to the threads of the last time you said I love you and meant it. When was the last time you meant it? Just tell me if you didn't, and I'll let it go. I'll let go.
Sorry. Yeah. That was a vibe. Great energy. As I was saying, some teams then send trigger warnings, but if any poem, that you feel that triggers you, always remember that we have the rooms outside. They could go in, they could do a little puzzle, they could talk to the therapist that we have outside there and just tell them how you feel in the situation, right? Nice. So before we go into the wrong, I really love, I just want to check in with my host. And see how she going.
Hi, hey friends. We at the 3rd round, so we're almost there. Want to give a big ups to all y'all. Thanks Shanique. Thanks to the MC, the DJ, right? So shout out to y'all. Thank you. And back to you. Thank you, check-in.
All right, cools. That's the vibes, that's the energy. Y'all, we here. To it around. You know, it's so nice to hear Linda's voice, you know, because she out there, no? She out there, they're getting a teen outside there. Yeah. So this is how round 3 would run, right? So coming up first, we have Dumore. Third, we have St. Louis. Fourth, we have Minds of Poetry. Yeah, fourth now, and fourth we have Southern Wind. Nice. So Dumore, St. Louis, Minds of Poetry, Southern Wind. Alright, cool. And I think Dumore has sent me a trigger warning for this round, and the trigger warning is suicide. So, you know, if you're feeling any type of way, y'all can, you know, as I say, exit and then come back. So Baltimore, support is up to you. It's on you. Let's go. Yeah, they put it in the chat as well, suicide and self-harm. Nice. Yeah, Baltimore. Alright, you know, click the green box. Don't forget to hit the green square. Yeah.
This is how I breathe. This is how I set free. Mic check, 1, 2. I remember thinking that my blood looked good outside my skin. I remember putting my hand around my neck and wishing it was a noose. I remember writing what I thought would be my last suicide note. I remember the splashes of dark red hitting the water after the blade divided me. I remember the water I was sitting in. I don't remember why it was so hot. I remember the voices in my head screaming at me. I remember my blood was the only thing that made them quiet. I remember not cutting to die before some alone time. I remember the voices telling me that I was nothing. I don't remember when the voices left, but I noticed when they were gone. I remember people telling me that it was a good thing that they weren't there anymore. I remember not believing them. I remember feeling abandoned. I remember remembering my other suicide attempts, trying to figure out what went wrong so I wouldn't make the same mistakes again. I remember flushing the blade down the toilet. I remember being glad that that part of me was gone. I remember hugging myself. I don't remember why. I knew I needed it. I remember knowing the only hug I would get would be my own. I remember being okay with that. I remember being okay. I remember I am okay.
Yes, yes, lioness, that's my sis. 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 She pushed me up my comfort
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are great. You are amazing. Thank you so much. And I feel like, around this time, we'll be taking some breaths, you know. We're taking some breaths. We're taking some breaths. So, you know, in on five. In on five, we go in on five. Let go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hard out. Nice. Nice. All right, cool. So before we go on to St. Louis, they also have a trigger warning for sexual violence. They also have a trigger warning for sexual violence. So again, if anyone feeling triggered, you know, y'all can go to the decompression zones, you know. Go to the decompression zones. Nice. St. Louis, y'all up.
This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Screen check. 1, 2. I was not raped, and maybe that means my story is not valid. Maybe she only undressed me with her eyes. She undressed me with only her eyes. If the skin did not rupture, then maybe I shouldn't feel like a victim or a survivor. But yesterday, I saw my abuser, and I felt my breath leave from under me again. Like that night, my voice is wet cement, and the only thing I want to build is a scream. I don't remember much of that Swisher Sweet summer night, but she calls it a misunderstanding, and maybe it was. Her hands, young and restless, arms, creeping vines waiting to touch the sun between my thighs. Her mouth did not bloom a bouquet on my body, but some nights I still hear her voice. She played Lauryn Hill and sang the lyrics to Mr. Intentional, then looked at me like I was missing something. And maybe she just wanted to be my muse. I mean, she knows I'm a poet, but I think I just read too much into things sometimes. See, yesterday, I saw my abuser, and shame shackled my mouth shut. I wanted to rip myself from the soil of this earth. Instead, I played Lauryn Hill. I thought this is the soundtrack to my survival. Today, I'm stronger than that which could not kill me. I'm stronger than I was yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what I like so far about the poetry slam, you know what I really like so far about it is that everybody showing everybody love, and that's the space, you know, the love, the support, and that's what we love to see. That's what it's all about. Always remember, it's about the poem, it's never about the points. It's never about the points. Remember what you say here tonight, you put it out to everybody in the world. Come on, yo. Always remember that. It's only love. It's only love. Nice. So now we're going on. So up next we have Minds of Poetry, and then on deck we have Southern Word. So Minds of Poetry, feel free to hit the green square. Y'all up now.
Recuerdo aquel día en que el semen de chorros caía en su alfombra y yo no lo entendí. 8 años, 2 niñas jugando, qué rara esa cosa viscosa que de ahí le salía. Querías igualdad, decir lo que pensás y te tildaron de caprichosa. Paradigma patriarcal nos mata y dispone que seamos vistas como cosas.
I just want to shout out the DJ one time. You know, the DJ been going in, you know, shout out the DJ one time, yeah.
Seguro la mataron por puta, seguro la pollera era corta, seguro lo buscó y calentó la muy zorra, no podía esperarse otra cosa. El sistema defiende y sostiene asesinos aunque no lo diga. No quiere cambiar, no conoce otra cosa y que importa mi vida. Somos las nietas de todas las brujas que nunca pudieron quemar. Somos las nietas de todas las brujas que nunca pudieron quemar. Somos las nietas de todas las brujas que nunca pudieron quemar. Somos las nietas de todas las brujas que nunca pudieron quemar.
My memories of my great-grandmother are always fleeting. Her hands raisined by stories I don't ask, a force I don't hold tight enough. My aunt fixes my grandmother's hair at the kitchen table. Light from a window shining against gray. My grandmother. Today, 100 years old. Her hands, once young and now strong, her hands know a lifetime of pain, of white burning perms and hot combs on gas stoves. Her hands don't worry about her hair anymore, but her children do. Learning from her hands, holding onto her curls, but her hands were magic. In uprooted soil, growing lawyers and doctors and artists and daughters, giving love in a world that turned black into dirty and woman into thing, giving love in a world that turned black into dirty and woman into thing, holds time like shade buttered skin. Her hands, nothing but beautiful. Her daughter brings her a slice of white cake, pink sprinkles falling. Small way to celebrate a century. She raises a fork to her lips. Now, my aunt fixes her own hair, lifting it under a head wrap, sharing the same fabric as our grandmother, and she sits next to her. We all do. Holding questions on our tongues, waiting for her to speak. She doesn't. We leave. Her hands wave goodbye. Her hands say, I love you. Every time her lips forget.
Yeah. Come on, send the love. Send the love. Send the love. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. And you know, always remember why you wrote it. Always remember why you wrote it. Always. Always, you know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Send the love. The community is so amazing, eh? Like the love shown in this poetry community is so amazing. You know, like because we know it deeper than Islam. We know it deeper than Islam. There's the work that we do. There's the work that we do. And there's the work that we love. Right? Nice. So, coming up to close out round 3, we have Southern Word. Southern Word. Let's go.
This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Screen check 1, 2. Ode to sitting like a lady. I can't remember the first time some wrinkled old woman told me to close my legs or slap my knees seconds after I sat with the skirt just a little bit shorter than my fingertips, but
I do remember when I walked into church, pigeon-toed and glossy-lipped. I remember sitting with my grandmother, a small yellow woman brandishing armfuls of clinking bracelets. Her lips were painted pink, moving as she chewed her last piece of gum, probably to cover the scent of last week's sins. But when I moved to fix my shoe, her eyes fixated on the missing forever of my newest dress. I could see her list of complaints forming. Where are her stockings? You don't think that dress is just a little small? Isn't it too chilly for something so short? So when the song ended, she turned to me, moved her lightened hand and pulled the end of my skirt. Sit like a lady, she told me. This is the Lord's house, so this is an ode to sitting like my grandmother. Ode to not flashing the choir, to getting out of church school. Ode to my already sexualized body. To short skirts in church services. To mint gum on Sundays. Ode to sitting like a lady.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Y'all. Woohoo! I personally find this went by too fast. I think this went by too fast. But then I remember is the lightning round. So much love. And before we go into the fourth and final round, I just want to check in how my host doing. My host still here? I don't know if my host here with me.
Your host is here, loving Jamila Wood. Shout out to the DJ. Shout out to the poets. Y'all are doing amazing, and y'all doing it online. So y'all are there. Thank y'all, and I'm gonna get back to crunching these scores. So thank you for the check-in.
Yeah. Much love, sending love to Shanika and Jimmy as well. They're on the time with us. They keep in the time. So just love, yeah. We just listen to this vibe. Let's vibe it out a little bit, yeah. All right. Okay. I love chance, but I watch any time and I don't want to go over 12, because we still have our next bout to go. So, in round four, this is the lineup for round 4. Going first, we have Southern Word. Second, Minds of Poetry. Third, Southern Word. And fourth, and the final poets to be closing off this lovely bout, but we do more poetry. Nice. So, St. Louis, y'all up? Y'all could click the corner. Y'all could click the corner. Y'all up? Yeah. So round four, it's getting heated in here. It's getting heated. All right, and I'm going on. Nice.
This is how I get free. Screen check 1, 2. If these streets could talk, they'd tell you it's all the same.
Our city,
where the children sing lullabies under the arch of Western expansion
to help each other forget what brought us here.
How ironic!
This town where our music is always heat, where we freestyle in packed cars before the open mic. Just a few corners away from another crime scene, the same street where we played make-believe and pretended to be the ones who'd save our city.
Before fireworks became bullets, before songs became sirens. And when times got tough, we sang songs between mouthfuls of Rally's fried chicken and found the language in each other. Before time swallows,
we learn how to say the truth out loud, and for the first time, it is true.
We learn how to say, I love you.
And for the first time, it is true.
Our cities are only asking for truth. We make a vision out of violence. We turn fear into flow. We bring doubt to its knees. This invention is how we liberate ourselves out of survival.
After exhaustion becomes complementary to the everyday struggle to move and take up room.
This city where we meet at empty buildings.
Because graffiti in my city is a masterpiece.
They call them vandals. We call them artists.
We slip through the concrete rivers, create till we can't no more.
In this piece,
on this stage,
we step on hoes who get in our way. Cause St. Louis don't come to play. We know who this poem is for. We know why we wrote it. We know what it takes to survive. Why, after so much work,
after fronting the residual daunting,
do we still write the poem from the places unlit,
undiscovered, unscathed,
yet honest? Creation is the first step into honest living, so be honest.
The ghost whisper of doubt prays verses.
The quiet murder plays a saxophone in our ears.
We all hold on to a different note, and from our own lonely ensemble,
from ourselves, we can remember and create a truth that makes the most sense. We become alive in the places we thought could only dismantle us.
We made a home out of this city.
In this piece, in this poem, St. Louis, we will say what we need to say. We will keep building to keep our cities alive.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Round 4. Come on. Round 4. Round 4. Round 4. Right now, the judges are sweating. You know? I'm just happy that I'm not a judge in this competition. You know, I'm just happy that I'm not a judge. Because right now, the heat, I'm in air condition and I'm sweating. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, you know, I see that Minds of Poetry up next and they have a video for this round. So let's get this video up and let's get it going.
One cannot be both black and gay. It is impossible, for black is the absence of color. It absorbs all visible light. Now white is the presence of all colors. The rainbow in its entirety reflects white light on a prism, and you'll have an easier time seeing your dazzling display of hues, of dreams, of magic. I grew up so desperately wanting to radiate this visible light, this color, this hidden piece of myself so that I could show others and be proud of something. I wanted to live and love as myself, but instead my emotions and the thoughts that I had were consumed, taken from me by my darkened disposition, and I was left with nothing. No love, no joy, only blackness. It's a blackness that taught me one cannot act as both man and woman. It is impossible, for maleness is the absence of femininity. Black maleness is antithetical to femininity. Things like standing a certain way, sitting a certain way, even looking at another man for too long resulted in a spectacular array of solid blue bruises that left rich and deep brown scars across my skin. This blackness took over to the point where I couldn't own anything with pink in it. I couldn't move a doll out of my way to clean a room or even look at a book with the word girl on it for fear of getting my ass lit up brighter than a Christmas tree. I still can't touch another man without seeing red flags and having my flesh turn an icy blue. See, it's all a prism, and the closer you are to straight and white and male, the easier it is to shine. So all I can do is glimmer green with envy. I envy the black men who find comfort in sports and cars and each other. I can never have that. And I envy white gays who will only seek other white gays. I'll never be that. And I envy the women who can flash signals at all the hot boys they like. I can't do a thing about that because I'm too black to be gay, and too gay to be black, and too much of a guy to be completely in with women, so I'm always left in this gray, wondering how brightly should I shine my light for it to be seen. Should I disappear? Become a state not visible to the human eye. Invisibility. Away from any light or love or dream of something not attainable in this current life. Maybe infrared or ultraviolet, gamma rays. Well, one thing is undeniable fact. There cannot be a rainbow where there is an absence of light. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. So when I say speak, you say truth. Speak. Truth. Speak your truth, you know. Yeah. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Most definitely. Thank you. You know, that was Minds of Poetry final entry. So now coming up, we have Southern Word, but before they come up, they have a trigger warning for domestic violence and police brutality. Right? So again, remember, please use the decompression zones. Please, it's there for a reason. We love you. We love you, and we want you to love yourselves as well, right? So please use the decompression zone. Nice. So, Southern Word, y'all up. Let's go.
This is how I breathe. This is how I get free. Screen check 1, 2. I'm pretty sure I'm a superhero. I mean, my dad used to tell me I came from people strong enough to bend steel, that we're more Hulk than housewife. When I came home from school, I'd be his sidekick. When we saved the world the first time, I watched my dad shapeshift on a cop car when my little brother was born. He turned into this mild-mannered man right in front of my eyes and broke free from his handcuffs. After we started to drive away, I could feel this superpower gravity on us when we stopped at the liquor store. He grabbed fire in his bare hands and swallowed it. I could watch my dad melt every day in a glass of scotch. He could lift an entire house and he wouldn't even need to use his hands. He would tell us about his grandmother. The best of all superheroes, that my name is a note not to forget. It's a reminder that I could be just as great. My dad's costume consisted of a quiet mask and pressed pants. His cape was made out of cubicle chair leather wrapped around his neck and broken paper cuts down his arms. I used to ask him who the villain was, who he was fighting every night. He said, Naya, not every evil has a face. His wife didn't understand our powers like we did. See, my dad spent too many nights fighting and forgot where to put his hands. She didn't understand. Only superheroes needed to jump off buildings. Only my dad needed to fight every day just to keep his true identity hidden the night I saved the world. My little sister was still asleep. The red and blue light set on the curtains after his wife called 911. When he hit her, the sirens mixed in with the screaming so loud I couldn't hear a difference. There is a reason superheroes don't work with the police. There isn't a cartoon red pow when you hear a gun even flash through you can't outrun a bullet. You don't see the good guys with the 9mm up to your dad's head that night. I got the power of invisibility. I took my brother up to his room and told him to scream as loud as possible that night. I wondered if my father had the power to be bulletproof. If you were villain or victim. I didn't want my origin story to start like Spider-Man or my dad. My hands felt like cinder blocks, soundproof shields. Superpower and a name all at once. My name is a warning label and an origin story all at once. Mari Shields. And I did just that. So maybe I am a superhero. I just don't need to use my fists like my father. My fingers fought more than just sound. I am a damn superhero. And you can see how fast I moved to protect my family. Even after the car had left and the house was quiet. Not every hero has a face, but every hero has a purpose. My hands were barricades around him. My cape was a blanket over our heads. In the window, I could see our faces, reflected in the night sky like a signal, a beam of light. And I could remember my name.
Oh yeah.
Shoot the cops, shoot the cops, shoot the cops. Take your cameras out your pocket, people. Shoot the cops, shoot the cops, shoot the cops. Take your cameras out your pocket if they wanna shoot.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm telling you all. I'm telling you all. This is the last. This is the final round. This is the final round. They're going in. You know, nobody here not playing today. They didn't come to play, but they did come to speak their truth, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. You know, I think this will be really hard, yo. To be really hard. You know, this will be really hard, yo. I think this will be hard. You know, so the final team who will be performing for us tonight. You know, it's almost 12 o'clock here in Trinidad, yo. It's almost 12 o'clock. Y'all have me up past my bedtime. I love poetry so much. We outside. Right? So last but not least, we have two more coming to grace the stage. We outside. Let's go do more. Love.
It's rotten underneath. Oh, say, can you see? No way that it's true. They don't want to see another South Central 92 or Seattle 99. Even if it happens, what they saying on the news. Bad people mad, justifying the abuse. And you, especially the ones.
This is how I breathe. Mic check 1, 2. Dear soulmate, that must be who you are to me, the way you're always on my mind, defining my every move, script, all of my actions. I don't remember giving myself to you. This means that I'm something that you stole, took everything I had, I changed myself for you. bleach my blacks to forget my roots. And when my friends ask how come I change my hair so often, I tell them it's the only way I can pretend to be someone else. Disguise myself with dye, hoping that eventually I become unrecognizable to you. Depression hits, and I mean that literally. I will call it domestic violence so I wasn't afraid for people to see me as a victim. Let them observe our relationship and label the way you treat me as abuse. Ironically, I am the abused. And I always find myself trying to protect you, protect the truth, protect the shame that I feel, protect the healing that I deserve. Your existence in my world feels on your need to inflict pain, and I'm tired of not calling you what you are, the sadist. And it was silly seeing myself in a movie as the main protagonist. Anastasia still stood back, bent over her counter, and I watched as every bit of pleasure she's ever had was taken from her in a matter of seconds. In a matter of seconds, I said to myself, I know that look when someone steals your joy, disguises the scar of a smirk of pleasure. It was worse is you never asked for consent. You call our encounters a good time. I call it 50 Shades of Grey gone wrong. You hurt me in ways that many will never understand, and sometimes I question if I held on to you this long because I am a masochist. Maybe you made me a masochist. Choke me up to a point where I can't even speak up for myself for Armageddon. The way you're destroying my world, holding me against my will, stuck in a relationship I never agreed to be in. Sometimes I'm free from your chokehold, and I smile. Drink for the fun of it and not the fear. Times my time spent head thrown back and laughter, forgetting my problems until my problem throw my head back as a reminder that I was never given permission to feel this joy. And now I'm suffering, being held captive, and my mind allowing you to write my every move, because isn't this your way of showing me that you care? Showing me that despite everything, I always belong to you, because they say find us keepers, and I lost, so I'm weak, and I don't know what's left for me to do. So dear soulmate, abuser, abductor, depression, I'd appreciate it if you'd release me from your grip. I really would just like to be happy. Again, we're just happy. For the first time.
Yo, that's love. Yo, that's love. That's love, love. Send all the love. Yeah. You sending all the love. You sending all the love. Yeah. Send it up. Send it up. Send it up. Send up the love. Send up the love. Send it up. Yeah. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it. Yeah. You know. Well, y'all. That was the last performer. Wow. I just looked down and I see that was the last performer. So I just want to bring before I bring Linda, I would just like to say thank you all. Thank you all for speaking the truth. You know, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for staying with us. You know, thank you all for spreading the love. You know, and all I want to say as well is remember, if you think your poem is triggering, please tell the host or the MC in the next bout, you know, because it's a community, and we love everyone, and we want everyone to feel safe, right? So, thank you, and I want to bring. Let me see where's our host? Where's our host at?
Hey friends, can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, put a thumbs up, put a 100 emoji, put a fire, give me some, let me know that you're there. Yeah, y'all are there. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well, big ups to y'all, because as Isaiah, y'all MC, just said, that was the last poet to go. But while we get these scores and ranks and, you know, not the important part, figure it out for, you know, y'all. I'll pose y'all a question and y'all have to react to it or drop it in the box. Isaiah, y'all MC lied to y'all, okay? And I'm sorry to put you on blast like that, but this is why that was a lie. Because there's been somebody, I don't know if y'all noticed, holding us down this entire time, getting us through this lineup, this set list, these poems. And I just want to see all of the emojis, all of the love. I mean it. Where are the emojis? Daddy emojis, y'all. Get into it. Get into it, y'all. So the last poet that I would love all y'all's love, energy, attention to go to is the fake drum roll. Isaiah. Period. Turn up. Get into it.
All right, cool. Woo. Yo, the last time I performed at BNV was 2018 finals in Houston. Yo, love Brave New Voices, love it. All right, cool. Let me get it. If you think that life is messed up, think it's over. Because now picking up sticks have turned into picking up shells. Yes, I live in hell. This nursery rhyme was once a horror story. We even see it in our real lives. 1, 2, buckle your shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, say it again. 9, 10, say it again. 9. This line revolves around my head like bullets from revolvers that go through the heads of youth like 6 shots wasn't able to kill Francois. You see, we're treating it like it's nothing. But I'm looking at this differently. See, it's either you be killed or be killed. Just 5, 6. We sang this every day in preschool. And the new generation of youth are special. The ability to adapt faster is incredible. So we created an army just by using brain control. Cheapers, creepers, it's scary, right? So I guess the new generation of youth will move from picking up sticks to picking up guns to picking up rounds that go into weapons that hold more than 6. So slowly, revolvers will be out of the equation and everything is not normal because 15-year-olds are still being killed. Revolvers are the new NyQuil, night, sleep tight, more food for the worms, right? Men, I mean boys, we are so ignorant. So much so we'll kill you for stepping on our shoes. And while the police out here looking for clues, them is the one vital mark, the print of our soul. We sold our souls for guns. Yes, guns are still weapons of mass destruction. 5, 6 today and the same tomorrow. Yes, stress. 3, 4, shut the door. The door is now closed. It can't be open, or can it? You know what? Damn it, we are now barging into closed doors. Everyone on the floor, give me a belt with the buckle or your shoes with the buckle. You see, don't get up if you 1, 2. We have a trigger finger and this gun don't shoot more than just 1 or 2. You see, what we can get, we take. So we murder. We see someone's life as an obstacle that we have to get over. That's where 7, 8, lay them straight comes in. You see, after we kill around 7, 8, we just lay them straight. But my auntie always used to say, Isaiah, don't be envious of what is not yours. But auntie, I guess I'm not old-fashioned like y'all and I'm under this brain control. I like remixes. So 1, 2, lace up my kicks. 3, 4 with these used guns. Where his legs 5, 6, pick up 6 better run because I don't care if it's 5, 6 or 6, 5. It could still get hit 7, 8 with his always shoot straight 9. Nah, the 9, this remind me of a 6 and well, we know Drake turned the 6 to 9. You see, I learned this song around 5, 6. So it'll always stick. Yo, thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, thank you.
Yeah, that shit right there. All right, speed it up.
Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. So everyone, I would like to thank you all for coming out to Bout 2. You know, we can definitely say that Bout 2 was lit. It was up there. Fire. Right? You know, right now we head into Bout 3. I don't want to take any more time from nobody. You know, it's almost 12 o'clock. So it should have that. So let me go. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for coming out. Love, always. Peace.
Take it easy on these suckers. Harass more niggas than the sleazy undercover. But seriously, I remember I was 7 when rap came mysteriously and made me feel 11. It understood me and made my ghetto heaven. I understood it as the new poor people's weapon. But now it's half-assed like a chick with one butt cheek. Busted for philosopher, came to change things, trust me. From Ethiopia, Tanzania, Somalia, Heathrow Airport, and customs at LaGuardia. Uganda, Kenya, my people up in Ghana. Kingston, Jamaica, big up, cause you know it's time for... pretend they feel it on